Hello, YouTubers. Yeah, lower your sugar intake a lot. Yeah, lowering your sugar intake will definitely help you relax. Replace sugar with like honey or even maple or golden syrup is slightly healthier than sugar, but I suggest honey. Yeah, probably a tablespoon and a half of honey a day, but not at once. Yeah, too much honey with too much milk will make you feel like bathing basically because it's too sweet. If you have like warm honey milk or something, which is really nice of an afternoon to make you fall asleep, you should try that. I also have honey with my coffee as well. I find that nice. 2 teaspoons of coffee and then the same with honey, 2 teaspoons. With my smoothies though, I usually add a flat tablespoon, depending on which type it is. Avocado and banana, you want to add a flat tablespoon, 1 avocado and 2 to 3 bananas. Otherwise it gets too sweet and rich and it just ruins the thing. Watermelon and banana, however, you can add a little extra if you want. But a flat tablespoon will probably do that. And it doesn't have to be a really expensive honey, although probably just don't get like the cheapest stuff. Get one that's got a cheap price and quantity, but is decent in quality. When it comes to any food, really. Because you don't just want something that's going to be rotten when you get it home and then you've got to just chuck it out because it's that cheap that it's just rotten. Yes, eating healthy is a really good way to help relieve some of those disabilities. For instance, I think it's magnesium in food is good for relieving muscle tension and keeping your mind relaxed and stuff like that or whatever. Like bananas, avocados and stuff like that. I'll go over food lists in another video, but for now I'm just giving the best suggestions I've got. So like eat 2 bananas for breakfast and in the morning with something else that you want a bit later. Yeah, so 2 bananas a day and an avocado a day. You'll really see change after a while if you lower sugar, because sugar increases the tic disorder or Tourette's by I don't know exactly what it does, sure how the scientific words for it, but it basically hypes up the mind and makes it worse. Same with like energy drinks or most alcohol will. Well, alcohol will, but when you first start drinking it, it kind of relaxes you, depending on, because alcohol affects everyone differently, depending on what type of drinking, I guess, as well. Whether it's white wine, red wine, beer, or whiskey, whatever. Try not to drink too much alcohol if you do drink it. Yeah. I don't, but I had a little wine at my birthday a few months back, and I had a little left over which I used for cooking lamb. It was nice, the lamb, when I cooked it. But I've been cooking with soy sauce now instead. Yeah. If you're on medication, definitely check with your doctor who gave you the medication if it's okay to have alcohol and how it will affect you. Because no matter what meds it is, it will still affect you even if it won't do harm to you. But most meds for our kind of disabilities will affect you really bad if you have alcohol with it. Things like risperidone, Catapress, Concerta. There was another one I had to take many years ago. I think that was Vespucci. Then there's another one I'm thinking of. It's really bad. And then similar to those three. Anyway, I can't remember something. I think it starts with R as well. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And eventually, if you see that that's helping you, eating healthier and relaxing more, talk to your doctor. And yeah, because if the meds are making it worse, then you probably want to start weaning off them, because meds should never be your first choice, really. But yeah, if it's that bad that you have to have them, then yeah, take them, but only if your doctor says so, of course. I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to tell you to do or not to. I'm just saying talk to your doctor because it's important. People seem to think that tics and Tourette's are the same thing. I should really talk about it in a different video, but anyway, they're not. They're both caused by separate events. I will talk about that in a different video, however, when I learn a little more about it, because I know a little bit about it, just not enough to really discuss it as such. Most of the things I'll talk about is from personal experience, so everyone will experience different things. Also, another good hobby is cooking. But if you've got really bad hand tics, I suggest not chopping things up, or at least being very careful when doing it. I only jabbed my finger once, but that was because I was watching Netflix while I was chopping sweet potato. Or was it carrot? No, it was carrot. Yeah. Anyway, it wasn't very bad. It was just a little cut. It was tiny. Yeah. In all my years of cooking, I never really had much problem. Yeah, mixing cakes and stuff too. Try to channel, like, the word is channel, I guess, but try to use your tics and whatever to do other things, like if you baking a cake or whatever, you can mix the dough really fast and just use your tics to do that, because it will help relieve some of the strain of it a bit. Like, I find doing things fast can help relieve some of the strain from my tics sometimes, anyway, depending on what it is. Like, I have no suggestions, but relaxing and just doing things quickly but safely at the same time, making sure that you're doing it safely, can help. Now, this one advice I'm going to say now is going to sound a little weird, but try, when you go for walks and stuff and you're feeling a little stressed, if you do anyway, if you're walking along, say, a highway or something to get into town or whatever you're doing, try just humming a song in your head. It doesn't have to be out loud, no one has to hear it, just in your head. And that can help too. That can help a lot, actually. Try, I'm going to have to delete so much of this video. More advice. I've got lots of advice, I just can't think of it all at once. Gardening's another good hobby. Also, sleeping is very good for you. Even if you are a hard-time gamer who has disabilities, well, you want to sleep in decent hours. It's like 7 to 9 hours for people over 20, adults. Depends if you're working or not. If you're working, you want to sleep a bit more to relieve that stress. But if you mostly just rest during the day or whatever, then probably 7 hours sleep's needed, or 8 hours. Depends if you do some exercise or not. Exercise is also important. People do exercise. Yeah. Me myself, I supposed to be anyway. I wake up at like 6 a.m. I'm trying to get used to it still a bit, and go to sleep at 10:45 p.m. But I'm not exactly used to the 10:45 p.m. thing yet, and I've been going to bed more at 9 p.m. Yeah, I would go to bed a little earlier. Yeah. If you have multiple disabilities, not just Tourette's or tic, also research them, because they can affect your other disabilities and change the outcome of how everything, all my suggestions and stuff will affect you or whatever, I don't know, and how daily life will affect you, because it's a yeah, okay. Really bad at this today. 23 minutes and half of it's going to be deleted. Okay. Okay, now, I will be talking a bit about dating with disabilities in another video, much later on. Well, I don't know how later on. It might even be tomorrow. God knows. It might. Yes. Try to keep calm about things. Don't overthink or stress out about everything. If you have a disability, don't stress out about it. If you've got a lot of homework, don't stress out about it. Do it. Just relax, take your time, and do a bit each day of your homework and whatever. And with your disability, yeah, do a few different ways of relaxing every day, and eventually it will start helping. Yeah, also if you have a close friend and you want them to know about your disability, you can tell them. If they're a good friend anyway. About your disability, I mean. Because, yeah, sometimes your friends won't get it, or other people won't. So it can be hard to make friends because of that. Yes. Okay. If you like eating dark chocolate, what I suggest doing, or any chocolate, what I suggest doing is getting dark chocolate, but higher cocoa dark chocolates, like 90% cocoa or 99, 100%. The higher cocoa it has, you'll see it on the top label thing. Means it's better for you than lower. I mean, it's not really healthy for you, but it's better for you than most. So like add a piece to, like, if you want to have dark chocolate in your warm milk during the night, you can do that. Just put a little piece in the bottom of the cup, add some hot water in your honey, stir that, then add the milk, and yeah, about half and half is usually how I have it. but everyone has their own preferences. I used to have it 3/4 hot water and then 1/4 milk, but now I have it half and half. Kind of just happened that way. Like, here's the cup here. I usually have the water up to the bracket there for either my coffee or my warm milk when I have warm milk. I also suggest drinking tea sometimes as well. You don't want to mix a tea bag though with dark chocolate because that doesn't taste very nice. Though some people might like it, I don't know. Yeah, warm milk honey tea is nice. Green tea, anyway. Yeah, search out healthier brands and varieties of the foods you're getting if you're going to try different foods. Yeah, basically. Try watching more movies that relax you than movies that stress you out. Yeah, comedy can be good. If you're going through a breakup, don't watch a rom-com or even a breakup movie. It might make you really sad. It might make it worse. I mean, unless it depends on the situation and the type of rom-com or romance movie or whatever, or breakup movie or whatever you're watching. It depends, and also on the type of breakup it was. If they cheated or you cheated, or it was just a mutual breakup because of something else, or you just didn't like them anymore, or whatever breakup is caused by. It depends on what kind of movie or music you should be listening to, because otherwise it can stress you out more, and if you do have a disability it can make it much worse because you're going to be so stressed and sad and you're going to get depressed and angry and you're going to have trouble sleeping and just, yeah, it's going to be horrible. So try to relax, stay happy and calm, and try to smile more. It does help, even when you're depressed. It does help to just smile. Yeah, back in college, I tried it for a while, and yeah, eventually I just started smiling for no reason. Just started being actually happy. I just smiling because I was happy. Finally, it took a while, but it started to help. I also started eating healthier more, of course, as well, which helped me. Anyway, everything will help. Certain things will help certain people. Some things won't. Yeah. Other things that will be good for you is foods that help relieve muscle pain or tension, such as ginger. Turmeric can help. So with ginger, what I suggest is cutting some fresh ginger up, putting it into pieces, and then putting it in a snaplock bag to put in the freezer, or a freezer bag, and then just get it out every now and again. Get your pieces of ginger, like 1 or 2 pieces of ginger out, maybe 3, depends how small you cut it. Put it in with a nice banana smoothie. Do not mix ginger and avocado because the ginger makes the avocado go really thick. And add a little bit of honey to it, of course. Turmeric, do about the same, just add it to your smoothie or whatever. You can use ground ginger or ground turmeric, but fresh ginger is always best as well. I use both ground ginger and fresh ginger in several different things. I will use ground ginger when I'm cooking oats. I find that nice. Ground ginger with a nice bowl of Uncle Toby's oats and some honey in it. Yeah, but they don't really sell fresh turmeric down here except for like at the organic shop. So yeah, just use ground if you're going to use it every now and again. But ginger is better for pain relief and stuff like that. Coffee's also good for relieving muscle tension and stuff. But if you find that coffee is making your disability worse, stop drinking it. Caffeine can make it worse, especially if you have too much. With soft drinks and stuff, limit yourself a lot. Like 1 every few months. Don't just drink them daily or whatever, because you're never going there. Yeah, drinking them daily is just going to make your disability so much worse. And I know most of you are thinking, but I like sugar, I want to keep having it. Well, yeah, we all like sugar. Even I like sugar. You can still have sugar. Just limit yourself. Like 1 or 2 pieces of sugar every few days. You don't have to gorge yourself on it, but just make sure the days that you do have sugar, you increase the amount of healthier foods that you have, like magnesium. I think it's magnesium anyway. Manganese. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced. I'll go through the list. Actually, I can do it now. I've got the list just here. Where are you? Here it is. Ah, yes. Good. Bananas, greens, nuts, seeds, fish, salmon's good, beans, lentils, whole grains, brown rice, avocado, and dark chocolate, like I said. But it has to be a good dark chocolate. It can't just be sugar-filled, no cocoa dark chocolate. No. Yeah. And Milo's alright too. To like, if you make a coffee, mix with some Milo. That's alright. Just don't overdo it on the Milo. Other milkshake kind of chocolates, yeah, they don't. None really are healthy for you, but Milo is the more healthier variety. If you even have that in whatever country you are. I'm not sure if it's just Australia or if it's in multiple. Let's see. Here's some. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, if you find yourself feeling weak during the day, I suggest things like more protein or iron, even. Things like meat, like red meat, or even just chicken or salmon. But turkey's good, but during the afternoon, because turkey can make you tired if you have enough. Like really tired. Depends how much you have. Beans and lentils, peas, greens, chickpeas, pumpkins, seeds, soybeans. Protein, egg, meat, Greek yogurt has a bit of protein, cheese. I suggest cottage cheese because it is one of the most healthiest, particularly for building muscle and protein kind of thing. Curano seeds, I think that's supposed to be, and lentils. Lentils and beans are pretty healthy. Yeah. And what's that? Oh, omega-3. Yeah, salmon's got omega-3, but it can be expensive. So flax seeds, chia seeds are 2 of the most important seeds you can get right now. Nuts as well. If you don't like eating nuts because they're too hard, mix them in with some Greek yogurt, leave it in the fridge for about 30 minutes, and they'll come out being a bit softer. Do not leave them in there for too long, however, because they'll probably go completely gross. I don't know, I don't leave them in there that long, because, yeah, it's really nice though. Yeah, or just mix some nuts with some banana and yogurt and eat them straight up. You don't have to put it in the fridge for a while, but if you can, it softens it more. Yeah, well, I'll go through this food list better one day. You probably want vitamins and minerals, like citrus juice that I made. It's really good. Do not have citrus, however, within 12 hours of having something very spicy, because, yeah, you will feel like throwing up. You will continuously, like, feel sick during the day, because the citrus and the chili do not mix well together. And tomato being acidy, I would not suggest that on the same day as, well, in the same like 6 hours of chili or citrus, or just citrus probably. I don't know. I don't really eat much tomato, so I don't know. Oh, and with banana, always add a little bit of nutmeg to, if you're adding it to a smoothie or having it with milk, because it helps digest it, because milk and banana don't actually mix well in your stomach well together. So you always want to add a little bit of nutmeg, because nutmeg's good for the digestive system. It's like very good, and it can also help you make you tired. So warm milk during the night as well with some nutmeg is really nice. Warm honey milk with nutmeg, or just warm milk with nutmeg if you don't want to add honey or run out, or just warm milk itself. But I also suggest drinking some water before, like if you're drinking warm milk, like 2 hours before bed, then 40 minutes later, have some water to clear the milk out of your throat, because otherwise you're going to wake up with phlegm. It's going to be bad, like really bad. So drink some water. Make sure you go to the toilet though before you go to bed, because you do not want to wake up and go to the toilet. Let's see. I'm going to eventually make a video of each one of my smoothie recipes, or at least most of them. Yes, eggs are very good for breakfast, so increase your intake of eggs. They're good, but try to get free range, or at least cage-free, bar-laid. Yeah, add some onion and garlic with it. It's nice. Once the eggs are cooked, or before you cook the eggs, you don't want to cook them in the pan with the eggs, because any meat or egg product, you don't want to cook your vegetables in the same pan as them while they're still raw. If it's a meat, you can put them in just as it's browning up, but yeah, you gotta be careful, because you don't want the meat juices to get all over the veggies, because it can ruin them and make you get sick. And this isn't a cooking video, so I'm gonna try to keep away from cooking a bit. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Yeah, so find things you like, do them. If you like movies, get some DVDs of movies you like the entire Alien series and Predator and Prometheus series, which I own, or the entire Star Wars series, or the entire Hunger Games series. I own a lot of series, or the Back to the Future series. Doctor Who's good too. Everything's good. Yeah. Movies and shows are pretty good. Just watch ones that don't stress you out. And my computer's starting to glitch a little, so I'm worried it's going to crash. I've been on it a fair bit lately. Yeah. Try to keep your room or house or whatever clean as well, because if it's messy, you're going to start worrying about the mess. It's going to start smelling, and that's going to make you worry more, and yeah, it's just going to make you all stressed. And eating healthier will also prevent you from getting sick a lot too, and making citrus juice every few weeks will help as well. Flush out any bad stuff that gets in your system, and an avocado a day will definitely help, or at least one every few days, like 2 to 3 days, 4 days a week. Just have avocados. You can even spread an avocado on toast and have it with your eggs in the morning. It's nice. I suggest multigrain, or what do I suggest? Multigrain. Whole grain's alright, but I rather multigrain. There is another. I think it's 5 grain, or was it 9 grain? 9 grain, but it's pretty much multigrain. Yeah, so some grainy bread, not white bread.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to hit that subscribe button for more great videos.